Just Daryl, and today this video is going to be a little more serious than everything else I've ever done. I'm not going to really be using any gameplay footage because I realize that would be really tone deaf to do, considering what I'm going to be talking about. And I am aware that the mere existence of this video is counterproductive to itself, but I feel like it's something that not a lot of people have been talking about because I have looked everywhere and I feel like I'm going insane because not a single person that I've seen has pointed out this, but I just want to talk about it today. So recently a streamer died midstream after going through a lot of abuse, and it's really tragic and there is no good in the entire situation. Everything surrounding that is bad. He was manipulated and abused as if he was some sort of content farm, and overall I am surprised that the people responsible have not been held liable for it and that they weren't banned before he died. The only good thing out of the entire situation is that now he finally gets to rest in peace and escape being a content farm. At least that's what I would say if it wasn't for what I'm going to talk about in this video, and it's the reaction that people on YouTube have had to this death of a human being. I need to stress that this is about a guy who passed away. I have been seeing all kinds of thumbnails with this guy's face plastered on it, the photo of him in the bed plastered everywhere, his name, red arrows, the whole works. And I just think it's really inappropriate, especially the thumbnails that show the abuse depicted with big old text, and even the reaction videos. They're all just really disgusting for me to see. The fact that this guy's death is slop on YouTube right now is just completely awful. I don't know how this is allowed, how this is happening, why people aren't saying more about it. It is just absolutely filthy. This guy died on the 18th of August, and a lot of these videos are only a day or two after. Some are a little later, but it's still overall strange, especially since a lot of the videos that are even later also use some really crazy thumbnails and titles. And mind you, the thumbnails I just showed you those screenshots were taken on the 25th of August. So if you do the math, you can look yourself and see how long ago it was. Or right now, whenever you see this video, search up any videos about this guy with crazy ass thumbnails like that, do the math, and you'll be able to figure out how long they waited before using this guy for views and clout, or just to keep up with the current trends, quote unquote. I think some YouTubers handled it reasonably well even soon after. I think Charlie, Moist Critical, Penguin Z0, whatever you want to call him, handled it mostly okay, but there were a few things wrong with his video and the thumbnail and title with it. I don't think there's anything necessarily too wrong with the thumbnail here, other than, his face is plastered and it just blatantly says he died on stream after a marathon of live abuse. I think that maybe there was a more tactful way to get the attention of people to make this subject more known, but I won't lie, it is a pretty effective way of making this current situation wider spread, having more people talking about it. So I think it's fine as long as it gets that done, but I do just want to say that maybe it could have been done differently. I'm aware it could be argued that, it's straight to the point, it gets the message across, it's not clickbait because it's true, but there are better ways to do this because it just comes off as rushing to the subject, because the video was only 2 days after, so it's actually on the earlier side of things compared to most videos that I've been seeing. And I think he did a good job of covering it, but there's also some parts in the video itself that I really think should just be removed. You can go watch the video right now, but within the video, he uses clips of the aforementioned abuse, and some could say that it's to get the point across of how messed up this is and how bad those people were treating him, but Again, I think circulating the footage at all is a little strange, especially on a platform as big as his. And right after he shows some early on in the video, that other news sources showed these clips, so it should be okay on YouTube, but I think it might be sort of tone deaf to talk about, this guy's abuse and how horrible it was, and then to just keep that out there, like show it to everyone else. Like, it does a really good job of showing that the whole situation was really dark and just overall fucked, but I don't think doing it like this is tactful, and I think there is a much better way. Just the fact that he died on stream should be enough to get the point across, not showing videos of what he went through and putting it out there for even more people to see, which is the original problem. Overall, I think he handled it well, Charlie. I don't really have too much to say other than that. The rest of the video is really good. He talks about the people behind it. I think you should watch it, but I also hope that he considers cutting that part of the video out, at least the footage. The overall point of this video is just that it is disgusting that, again, it's slop content now. The death of an individual has become content that people are going to post for like a week and then they're going to move on as if it was nothing. Like, here's the Asmongold clips page, and it's already like a video that is buried behind just a ridiculous amount of videos. Again, I don't know why some of the people making videos about this guy are making videos in the first place, because like I don't really think Asmongold, of all people, is adding much to the conversation. He's just putting in his 2 cents. The weird part is that despite it becoming slop content, there is sort of like a hidden blessing in there. It's that people will stop talking about him and he'll finally get to rest in peace. Now, there may come a controversy in the future of the people who killed him are still using the whole event to bolster their own popularity and notoriety, but that remains to be seen. I am hoping that it just fades away and this man can rest in peace and he can finally escape having his name like just used and brought up, having his face shown out there, the videos of his abuse be shown to bring in views, to get shock value. I think a lot of the people around this don't really stop to think about, like, what if that was someone they cared about that just somehow died on a live stream? How would they feel if a bunch of people started making videos on it? Not all of them with like the best of intentions and just wanting to take advantage of it. I personally, if it was someone that I've known that I've lost, I would be distraught that their legacy has become slop, and I just wouldn't have a lot I could say. I'd just be distraught over that. And personally speaking for myself, if I was in such a thing, I would not want to be talked about. I would genuinely beg that people just move on and don't upload videos about me. At the very least, just be respectful, but like I wouldn't really want them in general myself. And I don't imagine that the victim here would want that either. Despite the fact that the existence of this video very well goes against itself, I just want to get one message across for everyone to just take note of, and it's that this man suffered for ages. He was farmed and farmed and farmed for content. He finally succumbed to the abuse he was put through and got to experience peace and escaped it, only to be dug up and have his face plastered everywhere by channels that don't care, people who don't care in general, AI content. And I think it's time that people on YouTube need to realize that maybe they shouldn't talk about stuff like this, because there is someone who's still alive, and it is his family, and they get to see these videos. They get to see people talk about him, and they might not like everything that they are seeing. It's okay to talk about it, and it's okay because it should be something people are talking about, because it is crazy that this wasn't prevented, like that there was nothing done. Like the main point of conversation should still be that the people who abused him really should face consequences, that Kick should, face consequences for not stopping this, because if they banned him, this might have actually been prevented. And overall, like, there's nothing wrong with talking about it. I'm just saying that we need to treat this with like a level of gentleness, because this is more important than just some drama that happened. I don't really have any more to say. I just wanted to talk about something that I noticed, and maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe I'm wrong, and there's going to be someone out there who argues against me, if anyone even bothers to do that. But I'm just speaking from my point of view, how I feel about this. Because this kind of thing, like, there's facts in it, but a lot of this is just because I felt uncomfortable seeing this around everywhere. And it's just kind of morbid to me that this man has become slop content. Overall, that's all I have to say. It's just been Daryl. I hope that his family are doing okay. And I hope whoever is responsible, I sincerely hope that nothing bad happens to them, truthfully, but that they feel the weight of what they have done and that it wasn't worth it.